The way life is generally experienced involves greater suffering than happiness, and all spiritual traditions have very single mindedly stated that the primary reason behind this is what we call the ego. Ego is not just some simple conceit or arrogance the way we think it is. It is a far wider thing. It is the sense of a separate self. It is feeling as if we exist in a separate manner, or we exist in a manner which is not united with the rest of the world, or not united with the environment. Existing as a separate entity or feeling so is what the ego is all about. And this is what creates all sorts of turmoil in human life. The ego operates through some very subtle mechanisms which lead to disastrous results. Some of those mechanisms are around experiencing a strong like or dislike towards a cause or a person or an object. Another way in which the ego operates is to experience a strong sense of distaste or resistance towards everything that we dislike, or a strong opinionation for something or against something. It also operates in the form of these strong identities that we take on, as if I am the citizen of so and so country, and I am a communist, or I am a capitalist, or I am a vegan, or I am the head of the family. And all of these identities that we take on and suffer from these identities, that is another way in which the ego very strongly operates. And the third way in which the ego operates is through a sense of lack, as if what is not enough, as if the relationship is not perfect enough, as if my body and my health is not good enough, as if I will make it some other day, as if there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And all the seeking and the solution making and the quests that it creates, considering ourselves to be imperfect the way we are. These are the subtle ways in which the ego operates, and the entire life is nothing but a huge game being played by the ego on ourselves, or a huge game or a huge misery that we inflict upon ourselves by becoming submissive to the ego and all its tricks and traps and games. So essentially, a spiritual life, or a life which transcends the ego, which doesn't give in to these traps, is the ideal life. And all spiritual traditions are essentially about helping us become free of this sense of separate self, so that we experience oneness with everybody around us, oneness with the world, oneness with the environment, so that we no longer feel alone, lonely, frightened. We no longer feel in any sense to be isolated or separated. We no longer feel caught up in our anger, in our fear, in our sadness, so that we feel in flow. We feel dancing in step with life. We feel as if life is happening for us rather than against us. So the whole idea is to learn to master this entire skill set of transcending the ego which comes on in our way, and then at the same time to have the healthy side of the ego, which is what we call self-esteem. Generally we don't differentiate between the two, or we wonder that there is a very thin line between the two, and if we give up one we have to give up another. But there is a way to keep the self-esteem alive while giving up the ego. So this entire skill set is what is supremely important for any aspirant who wants to live a spiritual life, a divine life, a life that is in alignment with the inherent peace and the absolute power that the Spirit possesses, and to operate from strength, from peace, and from a sense of relational responsibility, love, and inclusion for one and all.